Hi, everyone. I'm Maureen Francisco, the co founder of the Global Beauty Awards, and I'm so excited. I have with me Sherry Strother, who is the founder of Miss Senior World, a pageant for those with life experience. Hi, Sherry.
Hello, Maureen. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Absolutely. So I'm curious, how'd you get into pageantry?
Well, my journey started a long time ago. I've been in the business, Maureen, about 40 years. I did not grow up in pageants, but when I was in my late 20s to 30s, I competed 3 years in a row and won Mrs. Texas. Went on to Mrs. America and was top 10. And then through that, doors opened, as they do, for me to do modeling, runway modeling, TV commercials, radio. And I always found that I just had that love for beauty and fashion and photography. It just, I guess, a gift from God that He put on my heart because it's something that's very, very endearing to me. And I love to see other women succeed. So it just really kind of snowballed from that. And I decided that at my senior age, that I wanted to provide an event, a glamorous event for mature women. Just because we have senior or a number 5, 6, 7, 8 in front of our names, it doesn't mean that life is over. We just now have the time to pursue those dreams, to walk in a runway, to be around like-minded women. So that was how it all began.
So that's how you transitioned from you being a competitor to you starting your own pageant. What prompted you? What made you go, you know what? It is time for me to start a pageant for those with life experience. I like to use those words, life experience.
Yes, life experience. That's beautiful. I felt there was a need. Um, there are tons of pageants out there. There's a pageant for every person, but I felt that there was one that we consider ours, Miss Senior World, a pageant retreat. We're a sisterhood. We make life bonding experiences where our ladies share their experiences with each other. We groom them through the year. We provide them with the tools necessary to compete. And many of our contestants, Maureen, have never competed on stage.
Wow.
But it's been a dream of theirs. So, and I thought, what better way than to do it in categories? Because a 50-year-old or say a 70-year-old wouldn't feel comfortable competing with a 50-year-old on stage. You know, our metabolisms change. We're not size 0, 2, 4, 6. Our hormones change, everything. So we wanted to give women the full opportunity to experience the stage and runway, to get out there and work their profits, their nonprofits, whatever they're doing, their organization. And through doing that, we have our own charity, which is our veterans. We support our veterans. So it just kind of all accumulated from that, that I just felt there was a need. I felt there's no better way than for women in their 50s to compete in their own age division, 60s and 70s. It's
You're
only fair.
absolutely, you're absolutely right in that sense that I do feel like those who are entering the 50s, life doesn't end. Life is still beginning. I mean, look at Jennifer Lopez, who was the
Yes.
performer at the Super Bowl, and she is in her 50s. So, share with me, Sherry, what are the different age categories as well as what are the different competitions?
Okay. The age categories do start, they begin at 50. So 50 through 59, 60 through 69, and 70 through 79. We stop at 79 due to primarily liability issues when you become 80, and more of the women have walking issues. And we have a runway and walk. Not that we do not love them and embrace them and want them to come and enjoy the pageant, but those are our age categories. Now, our contestants have a 5-minute interview with our panel of judges, and that contributes to 30% of the score. Then on stage, it's their active lifestyle wear, whatever they enjoy doing now in these active years, what What is your hobby that you enjoy? Walking, tennis, pickleball, bowling. Just be creative. And then we have the elegant fashion runway. And this is what you would wear. Say, Maureen, you're competing with us. And I say, Maureen, what would you wear on the New York fashion runway? Go for it. Out of the box. We love it. So that would be your fashion. And then the evening gown with the all inclusive on stage question. And the question is asked by our judges. They put together, after interview, questions to ask the contestants should they be a finalist. And then those questions are asked by the judge.
So if you can break it out in percentages, so it's
Yes.
30% interview. How
Interview,
much does fitness?
fitness is 20,
20.
fashion is 20, and evening gown is 30.
You mentioned earlier, Sherry, that for a handful of your contestants, this is their first time ever competing in a pageant. Do you know what prompted them to finally take that leap of faith?
Yes, the majority of them, Maureen, never had time when they were raising their families, the expense. Many of them never felt beautiful. A lot of our ladies did not feel they were worthy to walk a runway or to compete in a pageant. Sure, they grew up watching Miss America and Miss USA and dreamed of it, but inside themselves, they never felt they were beautiful enough, or someone was telling them that they were not beautiful. So this is where we come in the beauty of Senior World. We invite all women. We do not believe it's your size, but the size of your heart to serve others. And we don't believe in being served, but serving others.
You started this pageant a few years ago and now it has grown. In fact, you were the recipient of 2022 Best Rookie Director.
Oh, I still can't believe it. I just love it. I'm looking at my award right now. It means the world to me to have been selected by my peers.
A few of your contestants and also
Yes.
board members were actually recipients as well. We have Betty Aiden, right?
Yes. Yes, Betty
Too.
was the physical fitness at 80 years old.
Wow, she is fit, everyone, and she is fun.
She's phenomenal. Yes. Sarah Jo Burks, our Legacy Award, and then also the Education Award, I believe, a few years before that. The seniors at Global Beauty, I mean, we bring it. We bring an entourage to your beautiful venue and organization each year.
And also Dracia Cheryl, right?
Yes.
One of your delegates. And
Yes.
yes,
And she was the title holder of the year.
yes.
And the beautiful thing about this too, Maureen, that really thrills my soul is Betty, Sarah Jo, Teresa, Paula, they're all on staff now. They wanted to come and be a part of the staff. And that says a lot when you have your staff that wants to stay with you. In fact, our reigning Miss Senior World, Kelly Jarman in the 50s, Gina Moss in 60s, and Debbie Watts in 70, they are now on staff going forward. So it's a blessing, it really is.
That speaks a lot of your testament and your leadership, Sherry, because for people to either volunteer or be part of staff, that meant that the program did so much for them that they want to continue to serve back to the program that gave them that confidence. So I'm going to say that has to do with you.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, a leader is only as good as the team that she surrounds or he surrounds herself with. So I'm very blessed.
Now, Sherry, for those who've never gone to the Global Beauty Awards, you've gone a few times. If you can
Yes.
share with everyone, what is that experience like? It's one thing when I talk about it, but it's another thing when an attendee is a part of it. So if you can walk somebody through what is the experience like?
Oh, it's the most exciting experience. It is like living the Golden Globes or the Emmys. You just treat us all as the celebrities that we feel we are. You roll out the red carpet, you have the speakers, you put everything out there, and it's up to you to take the classes and get from it what you want. But the Global Beauty it was such a phenomenal idea for you to create such an organization and put this together. And it's exciting. You meet women from all over the world. You get to network your business, network what your passion is, what you love doing, meet like minded people who are inspiring, who also have their business and dreams, and you recruit contestants, you share with one another, you learn. It's a very bonding experience, and I would encourage everyone to sign up for the Global Beauty Awards. The membership is only $99 per year, and you gain so much from the information and working with Maureen and her husband David, and just a great team. All of the speakers, Stacy Shefflin, that's where I met Stacy. And we have become friends, just adore her, and just so many of the ladies and gentlemen there are so inspiring and creative. And I think when you're involved in pageants, you have that creativity, that creative mind. You always want to do better and learn and grow your company to be its best. And this is the opportunity at Global Beauty Awards to find the freshest and the newest and the most exciting things that are out there.
For the next Global Beauty Awards, we're doing what's called a pageant summit. It's the first time we've ever done it. And we're going to have a breakout session, and there will be three groups: the smaller pageants, the medium size, and the larger size. And we're going to have some really transparent conversations about the business. How do we make the industry better? How do we celebrate each other? How do we find the ideal director, the ideal contestant? How do we make the process much more transparent?
Yeah.
So we're going to
That's
bring.
exciting. I'm glad you're doing that. That's wonderful. Yes. You have to, as I tell anyone that applies to our pageant, that you have to find the pageant that fits for you. They are out there. There are a myriad of pageants. Some are a 1 day, some are a 3 day, 4 day, but you have to find what suits your personality, your style, what you want to invest into it. Now, we are a 5-star rated pageant. We're very proud of that. So we liken ourselves to Miss USA or Miss Universe. We're just seasoned, mature women who are ready for the next chapter in our life.
Well, speaking of Miss Universe, I'm so curious to hear what your take is on this. As you know, Miss Universe just blew away the age limit. So it doesn't
Yes.
matter what age, you can compete at the state level in hopes to go to Miss USA and eventually Miss Universe. So what do you think about the organization removing the age limit?
I have mixed emotions, Maureen. I am old school. So to me, the traditional Miss America, Miss USA I grew up with, where you are single Miss, um, is a part of me. But I understand that going forward, and as we are transitioning and evolving, that bringing everyone in, where everyone is inclusive to enter, if that's what they want to do. But I do think they should change the name. I don't think as a miss, you're a Mrs. or a grandmother, say someone in their 50s wins. I don't particularly like having MISS on the sash, possibly MS or MRS, depending on who wins the title. Um, Real mixed emotions about it. Personally, to be honest, I don't like it, but I know that with times and the way things are evolving, that that's what they feel is best to do. So I do know this year at Miss USA there was a married contestant. Yes, so she was beautiful. We'll see. I think time will tell. I think sometimes coming in and changing too quickly can be challenging, but we shall see. Like I say, I'm old school. I like Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Universe, just like they were. And so, in that category, come on over to Miss Senior World, ladies, and enter and compete. I think it'd be very difficult, though, for your 20-year olds or say even you're 40 and 50 to compete, that's just such a huge age gap. Come on, guys. That's just a huge age gap. So unless you want to spend the money and put it out there, get after it. But know the road in front of you is going to be challenging, because there's a great difference between someone in their 20s with someone in their 40s and 50s. Even you can get by with it in your 30s, but your skin changes, your body changes. It's just um, I don't know. It's how do you feel about that, Marie?
Well, I love that question back to me. I think of it this way. I saw Martha Stewart on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and she's 80 years old. And then I see J-Lo performing at the Super Bowl, and I see it as, hey, if you want to come on that stage and strut your stuff and show off your confidence, absolutely. So my feelings are more open about it. But what's great, Sherry, is I love that we can just have a healthy discussion, because there
Yes, me
are a great deal number of people who actually share the same sentiments as you do. And there are some who are open to change. But the main thing is I love that we can just have this healthy discussion and talk about our difference of opinions, and both are okay. I'm going to encourage people to compete at your pageant, because I think your pageant is so good. It's a great sisterhood. I've seen it. I've seen
too.
the women, they just become friends. And I
Yes, they're
also
phenomenal.
say, if you want to compete whatever age at the USA Universe level, we will
Yes.
embrace you with
You
open arms.
being young, much younger than I am. And so, it's good because we can both put in insight and what we do like, what we don't, what we'd like to change. So I think it's exciting. I do look forward to seeing the first woman of elegance that does win a state pageant and competes.
Sherry, I want to tell you, I'm not that far away from you age-wise. I'm not that far away.
Girl,
I started having a family, growing my family at a later age. But I just want to tell you, I'm not that far away from you. And what I love talking
um,
with you is you just have so much wisdom. I respect you so much. You're a great
um,
businesswoman. You're a great mentor, a colleague, a friend. So I rave about Sherry because she
oh,
is the real deal. Sherry, is there anything else that I didn't ask you that you want to share with the Global Beauty Awards community? Just anything else regarding pageantry, anything?
um, just to pageantry's been around for so many years and we just love it. And you know take it with when you get ready to compete, really seriously consider the system that you want. And if you should win, use that title to open doors. Use that title to mentor our young ladies. Our young ladies right now need so much love and encouragement, teaching them how to be ladies. We just love to do that through our program. We also, this year, our charity is Home for Our Troops. So a percentage of our People's Choice Award will go to Homes for Our Troops for a veteran here in Mississippi. And we also have our veteran lapel pins. We're very strong with our veterans, but we're also very strong in leading and guiding the young ladies of today. They need to know how to dress their age appropriate, how to attend a dinner, how to have manners, how to be a lady. Even if you want to enter a little pageant just to learn how to dress, how to be a little princess, I think it's so vitally important for young girls to get out there and experience it. And I just love you so much, honey. Thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure always. And I can't tell you how proud I am of you and your organization. It's growing too by leaps and bounds. When God gives us dreams and visions and we follow his guidelines and we let him be first in our life, then the fruits of our labor come, don't they? Sometimes we think, wow, Is it ever going to? Or, you can be attacked when you're doing the right things, but you just keep doing what you're doing, and God always shines and opens the doors for us.
We definitely need you in the pageant community. And
Oh,
thank you again, Sherry. Good
thank
luck with your
you.
pageant later on this month, and we hope to see you at the seventh annual Global Beauty.
Seven. This is our fourth, and this is your seventh.
Yes,
So, yes, yes, we would love to be there, honey. Yes. And if I can help you in any way with the pageant forum, you just let me know. Love
amen.
to.
Thank you.